Hello and welcome back to another theatre chat, and we haven't done one of these for a while, have we?
Not for a while. No, we've been busy working, haven't we? But we're here today.
We're here to work.
No, we're here today because we're punters today. We've got a day off.
Yeah, we've just been round the Elizabethan Fair, popped into the Shakespeare North, and we got ourselves a little coffee.
Do you know what? If you're in Prescot, the best place to come for a coffee is here. I wouldn't go anywhere else.
That's right. So
It's really nice.
we thought we'll do this spontaneous theatre chat
Combustion.
at the Shakespeare North. It's really packed in here today.
It's busy,
And
isn't
we're
it?
talking about to the fella behind the bar there, serving them drinks, coffees, not alcoholic.
You can get alcohol
You can do, but he said it's been his busiest day since he's been working here,
Busy Saturday.
which is always good, isn't
That's
it?
good, yeah. It's good.
Yeah. So I bet you thought we'd forgotten about the Shakespeare North, but we hadn't, because we have been going to a few things.
The last one we went to see was Phil Jones, wasn't
We
it?
went to see Phil Jones.
In the Cockpit. Yeah.
Now, if you don't know Phil Jones,
Question and answer, but also songs,
Yeah.
which were the best.
if you don't know Phil Jones, Google "Afraid of Mice."
Or Choose a Crowd, or Up and Running, or what was the first one you did, the first band?
I can't remember.
Someone will know.
He was with a mate of mine. He went to school with Paul Robinson. I was in a band with Paul Robinson many years ago.
In the Sensible Shoes, weren't you?
I was in the Sensible Shoes, Phil Battler and the Sensible Shoes, and he went to school with Phil Jones.
Yeah.
And they formed a band.
Yeah.
That was early on, and very good they were too. But Phil Jones moved on and on and on. Phil Jones is an enigma, by the way.
I've always liked his music, then.
I have. I've got
I
a
think
lot.
he's a very complex character, Phil.
I've got a lot of time for Phil Jones.
Yeah.
But there's always that nagging question. It was a questions and answer thing, wasn't it?
Partly was, yeah.
And
Yeah.
why didn't he make it big? Why didn't he make it big? And we were saying that years ago, because I've known Phil way back to 1982.
I'll tell you for why. He certainly had stage presence. He still has. He's quite charismatic on stage. He's quite interesting.
He's a very good performer.
Songs are
very
great.
theatrical.
Writes all his own stuff. Interesting catalogue of music. So, what happened?
Why didn't he make it big? You know what? The thing is,
You know what I think?
when it was, but let me tell you this, all them years ago, everybody in Liverpool thought Phil Jones was going to make the big time. They cannot understand why he didn't.
But didn't you play? Did you all play together in the same venues and around Liverpool and stuff?
We did. Phil Jones came to see our band.
Yeah.
I threw a mouse at him. I had this song called Little Mousey that I wrote in Prescot here. And I threw it into the audience and it hit him smack bang in the face.
Yeah.
It wasn't deliberate, by the way, but he took it in good faith.
Yeah.
Afraid of Mice, see?
So, I mean,
It wasn't a thing.
I remember other bands from then, like Freeze Frame. It was the other guy, John Corner, with
3D Efficiency.
yeah. Even Bill Nelson, that used to be with Bebop Deluxe. He plowed his own furrow, didn't he?
He did, yeah. Well, he became quite big, didn't he?
Yeah, Bill did. Yeah.
And he's a friend of mine on Facebook, Bill
Yeah.
Nelson.
We've seen a lot of concerts since Bill did Nelson. Yeah.
Yeah, but there was always that. I mean, we were absolutely convinced, and he didn't make it big. And
Why do you think it was?
I don't know, but you know what? That
Maybe
question.
Phil thinks he has. Maybe that's what he wanted.
I don't think it was. You know,
I know.
that question and answer thing was very telling. It's very telling because of what he didn't say rather than what he did say. And
That's generally with most, isn't it?
he never answers that question. And it was him making a joke of it, oh, well, you've got the... Who wants to be famous when you've got these Spice Girls? Not Spice Girls, the cheeky girls. Stuff like that. He made a joke out of it. But I think, with complex artists and artists are ultimately a victim of themselves or their own personalities.
Possibly.
And that can hold you back for whatever reason. I don't know Phil's story,
Can it also be though if you're outspoken as well? because people generally want you to toe the line.
I did ask Phil.
We know about being outspoken, don't we, Phil?
Yeah, we do. And I did ask Phil about
We know.
if he was to give advice to his 1982 self, what would it be? And he said to shut his mouth, keep his mouth shut, keep his mouth shut. Yeah.
But why should he have to?
Well, exactly.
You know, these record companies have got artists by the ghoulies, haven't they? And they make a lot of money out of them. So why should they
They do.
keep their mouth shut?
And
I don't agree with that. I think the artist has the fundamental rights to their music and their songs.
The thing is,
visual artists as well. Same.
the thing is,
Performance of Imaginary Youth Theatre will resume in 5 minutes' time. Please make your way outside the garden and we take your seats. Thank you.
okay, that's an announcement for a show that's happening.
It's going to be in the Ken Dog Gardens.
Ken Dog Gardens.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you're outspoken, right,
Well, as we know,
to these so-called gatekeepers in the arts, it's not just music. It's in the
no,
arts.
it's not just music.
They are gatekeepers, right?
Yeah.
They will make your life difficult.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
that's
they just
why.
won't give you any work.
Yeah. These little
certain people.
And you made a good analogy about the arts people in the arts, right? And being like aphids milked by ants.
Farmed by ants.
Farmed by ants. So that's how you feel. You know,
Sometimes,
you're creating this sweet, creative stuff.
Not across the board, but it's with certain individuals.
Yeah, and
Certain individuals.
and they're just milking you. They're just milking you dry, and that's what happens in the industry.
Yeah.
And maybe just Phil
I'd had enough.
and just couldn't hold his tongue. I don't know. That might be the
having said that, there are some fabulous, because we work with some fabulous agents and promoters, and we've been lucky. We have some really good business.
We work in the arts, by the way.
Really good business relationships with people, and there are wonderful creative engineers out there putting things together that we've been part of.
Yeah, we have been lucky.
So we can only praise them, but we have come across one or two individuals who have been a little bit
people who exploit you.
exploitative or shall I say not really that interested in what you do and feeling full of BS.
Well,
Yeah.
Now listen, Phil Jones, by the way, he lives in Prescot apparently.
Yeah, he does.
So I'm told.
Yeah.
I can't tell you where.
Yeah.
But I did invite him to come and do a theatre chat and all that stuff. And radio silence. See, it's not what people say, it's what they don't say that tell me a lot about things.
Between the lines.
But I have got a lot of time for Phil Jones, and he is a very talented guy. And wasn't the Shakespeare North? Isn't it got great acoustics?
Do you know what? The Cockpit here for music is amazing.
Yeah.
And I'd love to see people like Eddie Reader coming here, because Eddie Reader's got such a melodic voice, and he's reforming her original band, by the way. If anybody doesn't know, Fairground Attraction, it's got to be perfect. All that they started out many years ago. We used to follow them many years now. Followed them for years, haven't we?
Yeah.
And they would be amazing in there. Even Bill Nelson.
Yeah.
Would be fabulous.
Yeah.
The acoustics are just amazing.
The acoustics are brilliant.
And it would lend itself to
it does.
A regular.
It does.
A regular
as well as the theatrical performances, but the acoustics are brilliant.
A regular musical concert type, performance.
Yeah, it shows another side to the Shakespeare North.
What about the classics as well? Classical orchestras and small, but it would be really nice. Yeah.
They're great things. But there's another announcement for the show.
This is
we've been to see a few things before Phil Jones, didn't we? Well, I don't know what the other things were.
We've been to see loads of stuff. We went to see Book of Will. We went.
That's the Book of
all that. We saw last, over the years.
Yeah.
A couple of years it's been open now. How many years is it now? 2 years this July?
2 years, yeah.
So over that period of time, we've seen so much. We've seen Christmas Carol. We've seen Midsummer Night's Dream. We've seen Macbeth. we've seen so many. Yeah, and we've also seen stuff in the studio as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now,
we're going to see
what's that? Look at that.
with Mr.
It opened last night.
Yeah, last night,
With this guy here.
who you probably recognise.
See him? Play your cards right.
The one and only Mr. Les Dennis.
Mr. Les Dennis. And we're going on 12th night. Or, well, the 12th, Wednesday
Well, we're
the
going
12th,
on
next
Wednesday
week.
the 12th. Yeah.
So we're looking forward to that. It's by Not Too Tame Productions, who did
Midsummer Night's Dream.
Midsummer's Night's Dream.
Were they all?
They're Northern Company.
Yeah.
And they do off-the-wall kind of productions.
Comedy of Errors wasn't.
I don't know.
No.
No, that wasn't.
No.
But they do some amazing things, you know?
Yeah.
So we're looking forward to that.
Does he literally hang from the chandelier, do you think?
I don't know.
I think he flies in at some stage.
Flies.
I know it's opened last night, didn't it? So
It's like a Peter Pan version of Twelfth Night. Now, Twelfth Night's one of my favourite plays. I'll never forget Mark Rylance and Stephen Fry in the Globe Theatre's production of Twelfth Night, 2012, I think it was.
2012.
And it was kind of magnificent. And it was all played by men dressing up as women. It was really the most. And Mark Rylance would come on in like
He was in like a roller.
he just glided onto the stage. It's
Like
amazing.
it was a bit like Dracula.
And the jig at the end, the wind and the rain,
Great.
that was a sublime scene.
Yeah.
So if they could reproduce something half as good as that,
Yeah.
it might be a really good production. If it's not half as good as that, it probably won't be very good.
We'll judge it. You can't preempt something. We'll judge it from our point of view.
Very true.
Only
Yeah.
on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Leave everyone else to judge it from their stuff.
So we haven't been going to the theatre much over the recent weeks or so. It's just the Phil Jones one, and we've got 12th Night, and then we've got Alice in Wonderland lined up, but there's nothing else.
What did we see Christmas time then? Here.
Christmas time, Wind in the Willows.
Wind in the Willows, yeah, we saw that. That's Kenneth Graham, isn't it?
Yeah. Were you impressed by that?
The Wind in the Willows. It was good.
Well, I think we reviewed it, didn't
We
we?
did review it. Yeah.
I haven't got much memory though of it. I can't remember it much.
No, it was good, but
Yeah.
I don't think it was the best one I've seen.
No.
But it was good. But I love the performance of Macbeth he did here was really interesting
That was amazing.
because we saw two performances in the same week.
We saw one in the
One
Globe,
of
didn't
and
we?
we saw that one, and we were like Macbeth crazed out,
Very true.
weren't we? So
So I've noticed certain changes in things at the Theatre North, Shakespeare North. The pay what you decide has gone up £2 now
to what, 5?
to £5.
Fair enough.
They don't put them on all performances though.
No.
I know they've released some for 12th Night after the thing, which is great. Yeah, it's a sign of the times, you know. Theatres are struggling all over. I mean, it's amazing. This theatre opened in the most difficult climate
Doing the most
ever.
challenging times after COVID.
After COVID and
gosh.
the cost of living crisis that we've had, and all these things, and the war in Ukraine, and all these things conspire against the arts, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Arts funding is the first to go. And I know this has got core funding, but it's still difficult to run a building like this on a day-to-day basis because it does cost a fortune.
And, you know,
This is a charity.
that constant getting people into the theatre to watch the performances
right.
and have that constant support from the public.
Yeah, it is a charity and it needs people's support, doesn't it, basically? So, yeah, that's it. Have we got anything more to say, Kath?
I think we've summed it up nicely. Yeah.
Should we go round to Phil Jones' house and see if we can have a cup of tea?
Is he playing playing tonight?
I don't know. He does the Dean's House, by the way, every Sunday night. I think it is.
Is it?
The first Sunday or
It's
something.
the Sunday of the month, I think.
Yeah. Anyway, he does the Dean's House. He's working the pub circuit, which yeah,
It's a venue and it's an audience, isn't it?
it is, and he's doing what he enjoys, so, which is a great thing.
It's the main thing.
So thanks for watching. We'll hope to give you an update. I think we'll do a review of Twelfth Night, and we'll give you that review in the
I'll
following
give you
thing.
that review after the 12th.
We'll tell you what we think of it, basically.
Because we're going to see it on the 12th.
We'll put our £2 in and all of that stuff.
I'm actually quite looking forward to it.
I am.
I've got high hopes for it, actually. I like Not Too Tame theatre.
Yeah.
I think they're really good.
Yeah. Les Dennis.
And Les Dennis, yeah. Be nice to see it.
Is he an actor? Well, he goes on stage, so I suppose he is an actor.
I think you might be pleasantly surprised.
Might be. Never know. Yeah, could I compare him to Stephen Fry? Mark Rylance, National Theatre.
Yeah? Now there's an accolade.
Yeah. We've got a month's free of National Theatre at home. We've got a trial period of a month.
Oh no, that's something they introduced in COVID, you were saying, weren't we?
Yeah, I know. We have had it before, but we've got this month free, so we're going to sort of like binge on all these
National Theatre
productions.
Because we've been to the we've seen performances at the Globe, we've seen performances live at the Globe and the RSC and here. We've yet to see a live performance at the National Theatre.
Yeah,
So that's going to be one of my aims this year.
Although we've actually appeared at the National Theatre.
Yeah, we are. And the RSC.
Prescotians at the National Theatre. We've appeared at the National Theatre. We've appeared at the RSC in Stratford, and at the Shakespeare Birthplace Trust.
Yeah.
And at the Bronte Parsonage.
And we're there again this year.
Again.
Yeah.
So we've got
Twice, a very busy
twice
year. Yeah.
the Bronte Parsonage. Waddesdon Manor for 4 days, appearing there doing performance art of a kind. It's not what you think, but it's really interesting. So look out for us.
Yes.
Prescotians rule the world.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you again.
In the next vlog. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Done.